It's really over. Man, oh man. For the past year, I've been focused on winning this war. I stand here today as a testament to your fortitude and commitment. I understand this will never suffice, but I wanted to take a moment to say something to you all. Thank you. I hope I may continue to rely on you. Let's see if I can remember the voices I gave everybody. Oh boy. Of course. I hope they may continue to be of service. You've grown so much. I would like nothing better than if Commander Grail and Elena could see you now. What a long road we traveled, and yet, in many ways, it seemed to pass so quickly. I'm glad it's finally over.
We did well, didn't we? I'm sure Mom and Dad would be proud of us.
Great job, Ike. Of course, if I hadn't been by your side the whole time, victory might have slipped away. Commander Ike. I'm going to keep practicing so I can be better than ever. Thanks for having faith in me. Finally, it's over. At long last, we can return to life without war. Praise the goddess. Ike, are we going back to being mercenaries? I'm a great soldier and all, but the easygoing life of a mercenary is the only life for me. Now, let's go find some good-looking lasses. Suppose you want some kind of congratulations now, right? Well, too bad. You're a snot-nosed whelp, and I'm still better than you. Don't ever forget that.
Hey up, boss. We did it! Woohoo!
You know, I am completely in love with your fighting style.
If I could train under you, it would be great. So let me stick around for a while, alright?
I've no more work here. I'll be leaving you shortly. If you have need of my services, you know how to reach me. Elincia, you've had to wait a long time, but I finally fulfilled my contract. The mission is complete.
My Lord Ike, on behalf of all Crimea and my departed father, mother, and uncle, I thank you once again.
Oh, stop. Come on. Will you please stop doing that?
Pardon?
I think I've gotten used to a few of these noble customs and whatnot, but I still can't handle the bowing. It looks painful and it's so cold and formal. Just talk to me without all the ceremony.
My Lord Ike, that's,
Yeah?
nothing. It's nothing.
O glorious day of sweet victory, praises upon the day the goddess did see fit to send her Ike to save our land.
Thank you, General Ike. Because of you, I believe we better understand how best to serve Princess Elincia.
Through your strength, the dark clouds that blanketed Crimea have been dispelled. From this day forth, we will give our all to see the restoration of this land and its people. General, you are Crimea's savior. For your meritorious service, I salute you. Huzzah! Nay, 1,000 huzzahs! Whew, I'm glad that's over. When I saw King Dan, I was sure I was done for, or that he'd torture me. But you were a bull, thank you. Now I can go home and see my family once more.
When I get back to the countryside, I'm going to boast to all my family and friends that I fought under you. Largo and I are going to stay here and open up a shop.
With Crimea undergoing reconstruction, there are going to be a lot of people moving about. We'll open an inn with good food and drink, and free butter on every table. We'll be rich in no time.
We'll let you know when everything's all set up. You can drop in any time.
We'll even give you special rates. Maybe we should call it General Ike's Inn.
General Ike, I will be taking my leave of you for the time being. I must return to Benyon and present a report of the war's outcome. Aren't you going to take Benyon soldiers with you? You lent us quite a few. Though the war may be over, it will take many weeks to see the country secure. I spoke to the princess earlier, and she asked that we help if possible, so I'll leave them in your care a while longer. We really do owe Benyon a lot, don't we? In the end, we got not only you, but a whole battalion of reinforcements. General Zelgius and his troops are the reason we were able to minimize casualties during the final battle. He and his men took care of the retreating Dayans and allowed us to focus on the enemies before us. No matter the assistance you had, the victory itself was a result of your strength and leadership. I know two people who will be very pleased to learn of your triumph. Please give my thanks to both the Apostle and Sephiran. I plan to go and thank them myself someday, but... Understood. Farewell, General Ike. I look forward to seeing you again. Farewell.
Ike, hey handsome. I decided to return to the Benyon service in the Pace Knights. Cool beans, huh? Oh, I owe you so much, Ike. Thank you so much. I'll see you around.
Man, I can't read. Still can't read even after 50-some episodes. I think I may try to start over in Benyon. Maybe it's too much too soon. But I just want to live a more responsible life. Plus, I'm tired of the men threatening to break my knees. Goodbye, Ike.
Goodbye, General Ike. This war has given me the confidence to enter the service of the Benyon Knights. Thank you so much.
Depton is glad all the fighting stopped. Depton prefers the peace and quiet. War is not good for anything.
Well, we're going home.
All of our desert friends are waiting for us, and wow, do we have some stories to share with them.
Laguz and Beork. Perhaps the gap between us has narrowed. War is horrible, yet maybe we've gained something of value after all. Find me if you come to the dunes. We can sit and talk, with no fighting. Are you leaving already? Yep, I'm out of here. I've got some important guests to convey to the king. Guests? He's talking about us. We're taking my father to visit Gallia for a while. We Herons should live somewhere near a forest, after all. Tabarn spoke with King Cainigus on our behalf. You're not returning to Serenez? While we made our peace with the Apostle, we're not ready to live there again. I see. You'll be able to return someday. Beork and Laguz will come to understand and respect each other. You may be right. I hope you are. Are you ready? We should be leaving soon. Gifka, I'm in your debt as well. Gallia is a very special place to me. I'd like to visit again someday if I may. Come whenever you are able. The king will be pleased to see you. And one more thing. Gallia will not spare any effort in aiding Crimea's reconstruction. We will be sending supplies and workers to you shortly. That is much appreciated.
Oh, wait, Racing, Leanne.
What is it?
Do you think I could touch the medallion one last time? For my mom and dad?
Of course. Go ahead. Put out your hand.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Is that enough?
Yes, I just wanted to say goodbye.
Thank you. And you too, Ike. What? And I'd also like to give our heartfelt thanks to your parents as well, for fulfilling the hopes of our sister. Thank you.
Yes.
Ike, I will help rebuild Crimea too. I will lend you much strength.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but I must admit that you've done well. You were a good fighter. Too good to leave with these Beork. We'll meet again.
Well, it's about time for us to take wing. We've built quite a close bond, haven't we? This is true. We're especially grateful for your help in Serenus Forest. The next time you're visiting the southern coast, come to Phoenix. The entire country will celebrate your arrival.
Country of the Hawk Tribe, huh? That would be fun. I'm interested in what kinds of foods you eat.
We collect berries from trees on peaks and no Beork could climb. The juices and desserts made from it are beyond compare. We have ocean delicacies, mountain treats, we have everything.
I'll pass on the desserts, but I'll take extra helpings of meat.
Leave it to me.
I hate to interrupt your gleeful chat, but I thought I should tell you. You don't have to visit Kilvis. It's our policy not to invite Beork into our home, unless you pay well. Ah, King Kilvis, despite all of your posturing, you came to our aid in the end. You turned out to be a better ally than I dared hope for. Keep your foolish tongue inside your foolish head, and don't tell anyone. I have your reputation to think of.
Farewell, and I'm serious about Phoenix too. Come anytime. General, the bird tribes are in your debt. We are grateful. Please take care.
If you have ever need of the king's eyes, fire a flaming arrow from a high place. I'll see it and come flying. That is, if I'm not busy on an errand for the king. General Ike, I will never, ever forget you. Thank you for showing me the error of my ways.
I'm just glad that it's finally over. Maybe now I can get some sleep.
Things are going to be rough in Dayan too. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm heading back. It's my homeland after all.
I have played my part. All that remains is for me to take my leave of this place. History will judge my actions.
Most of the others are going to Dayan, and I think I'm going to go with them. Thank you for everything, General Ike. I hope they packed enough food. I'm pretty hungry.
Crimea is an interesting place, but I've decided to travel to Dayan. Perhaps fate will bring us together again.
Well, that's about everybody.
How odd, Ina. We've been both enemies and allies.
Thanks to you, Rajayan was saved. And so was I. Thank you.
So, you were with King Dayan because you were trying to save Rajayan?
Yes.
Ina's fiancé went missing many years ago. After Ina finally found him, she came to me for help. She told me that Rajayan was with King Dayan and that he had been warped almost beyond recognition. Long ago, Ina's parents died and I was unable to do anything for her. Even so, she still came to me for help. No matter what, I had to help her. It was to that end that I used you. I am so sorry. It's all in the past now. There's nothing for you to worry about any longer. Thank you, Ike. Will Ina return to Goldoa?
Yes. We must take Rajan back to his hometown.
We? Are you going to, Nazir? Yes, I am. For the first time in decades, I will walk on Goldoan soil. That'll be nice. Take care of yourself, and give my regards to Kurt Naga.
I will, until we meet again.
Nazir! I don't know what you thought, but I always trusted you. Except for that one moment when I learned your deception. I never thought of you as an enemy. Even now you defy my prediction. Prediction? When we were sailing off the coast of Phoenix, remember? I said that war could change how you look at things. And yet, through all that's happened, you've remained the same. I just can't pretend to be anything I'm not. I've never been any good at that. Please stay that way, Ike. Don't change for anyone. I'll see you again, won't I? Yes, I'm sure of it. Auto-scrolling text time! Boo! Whatever. The war is over. The Crimean people, who suffered gravely during the harsh Daean occupation, have at last regained their freedom. These same Crimeans have a saying, no matter how harsh the winter, spring will ever follow. This popular proverb proves true as the warm winds of change begin to blow across the countryside. The war has left the country in ruins, but the people rise from the ashes and take the first steps towards rebuilding their nation. Though once scorned and despised as subhumans, the Lagoos put aside past enmity and come to the aid of their neighbors. And the Crimeans never forget it was Gallia that fought beside them and helped free them from the yoke of Daean oppression. Led by the examples of Elincia and her retainers, Crimea begins transforming into the land its king had dreamed of. A land where Beorc and Lagoos live together in harmony and equality. As the reconstruction efforts progress, the administrative government announces the enthronement of Elincia as the new queen. And now the day of her crowning arrives.
I'm so tired I could fall over. Peace is all well and good, but it sure is busy.
We're rebuilding a country that was completely devastated by war. It's bound to be tough.
You're right. I bet Princess Elincia and the people in the palace are twice as busy.
Speaking of Elincia, what's she doing?
She's in that room over there, surrounded by court officials. They seem really busy. I feel so sorry for her.
As long as she's getting at least a little bit of rest, I'm not worried. But she probably isn't.
Maybe if I sing her a lullaby. Ah! Oh no! I forgot!
You forgot what?
I gave the medallion to Racin, but I forgot all about the Galder. Ike, what should we do?
Hey, yeah. We never did find out who Altina is, did we? She was the only one who could sing the Galder of release. Well, when things calm down, we'll have to head out and search for her. Is that Altina you speak of? One of the three who defeated the Dark God?
Hey!
Sephiran! So you made it, did you? I arrived mere moments ago. Let me congratulate you on a successful end to your journey. Thank you. Please tell me, do you know who Altina is? Of course. Altina founded my homeland of Benyon. Oh, then it was a mistake. We can't give a song to someone who died so long ago. There is one who yet shares both bloodline and name. The true heir of Altina. Who is it? Sonaki Kirsch Altina. None other than the Apostle herself. The Apostle? Is this something everyone in Benyon would be aware of? No, there are very few who know that name. Why do you ask? The Apostle is Altina.
Oh, I'm so relieved. And exhausted, too. Ike, I'm going back to my room. See you later, Sephiran.
That was rather sudden. Did I say something to cause her distress? No, nothing like that. It's just that so much has happened between Benyon and Serenez. Would you tell me about it? I would hear what you have to say on this matter. Sure. To tell the truth. And then he explains everything to him. I see. The assassination of the Apostle, the Serenez massacre, and the use of the medallion to revive the Dark God. All of it was part of Ashnard's grand scheme. That's the conclusion we came to. You have me at a loss. Why is that? For many years, I have watched these lands. Watching, listening. Never did I uncover what you have found. Now that you have presented me with this information, I don't know what to say. I merely fulfilled the hopes of my father and mother. Now you speak from hindsight. Rescuing Princess Crimea, winning the Apostle's trust, and defeating King Dayan. With Laguz at your side, no less. You have accomplished all of these miraculous things. I had trusted and valiant companions at my side. It was only through their support that I was able to do these things. Ever the humble one, eh? Now then, before I return home, may I hear the Golder of release? I must convey it to the Apostle. You would do that? None of you can leave Crimea. The new queen will need your strength. I suppose that will be the case for a little while, won't it? A little while? You are the hero of Crimea, General Ike. If you wish it, no post will be beyond your reach. I don't care about any of that. It's more trouble than it's worth. And I don't see the value of being some fancy lord. When the country's safe, I'm giving up that title and everything, and going back to being a simple mercenary. Truly, you are Is something strange? Yes, it's very... I think that's enough. I'm sorry. Unbelievable. Despite all appearances, you're really quite rude. Commander, may I have a minute? Sure. What is it, Titania?
Princess Elincia. Oops. It's Queen Elincia, isn't it? The court ministers want Queen Elincia and you to come out onto the balcony and greet the people.
What? Greet the people? Me?
Yes, you. I've done what I was asked to do. Now hurry up and get going.
Hey! Titania!
Aw, nuts. What's going on?
The people of Crimea wish to see their hero, and to sing his praises, even if the hero himself protests. If they want a greeting, surely their new queen, Elincia, would suffice. I'll go speak to her. Thus do heroes give birth to new chapters in history. Ike, I doubt if you've even noticed. Your story, the everyday mercenary who becomes a hero, will awaken ugly appetite and ambition in many. It will be the cause of strife and discord throughout the land. I'm certain Ashnard saw the truth in this. In a way, Ashnard's dream may have been fulfilled. The seeds of war have indeed been sown across the continent. It appears your trials are just beginning, my gallant young hero. May the goddess ride with you.
What's wrong? Everyone's waiting to see you.
I know this. I've spent my whole life in hiding. It's just no one ever taught me how to rule a kingdom. I don't think I'm ready to be their queen. I don't think I'm ever really going to be ready.
What's the matter with you?
Ike, stop it. How can
Did
I...
anyone teach you how to hire mercenaries?
No. But that's not the same.
How to win back lost allies? How to win back your lost kingdom?
That's different.
No, it's not. You've done such an amazing job, and I think you always will.
I see.
All right. Come on. We'll do this together.
Thank you, my Lord Ike. I am so blessed to have met you.
And so it was that in the spring of the year 646, Elincia Rydell Crimea saw peace return to her homeland. In the years to follow, the story of Queen Elincia and her noble hero Ike spread across the land and inspired the songs of many a wandering troubadour.
There we go. This is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Very fun game, but man, oh man, I had some really as I was reaching like the midpoints of this game, I was nervous. I'm like, is this gonna get like done? Am I gonna end up like scrapping the whole thing over again? Like, am I gonna? And just really a lot of really weird like self-doubt and confusion, but no, I'm glad I stuck with this. This is a very like it's one of those games that is very, I guess, difficult to really to share, for lack of a better word. Because I mean, anyone can enjoy, you know, even if you enjoy RPGs, but you're not really big on, you know, strategy or tactical type games, you can get down with, you know, story and characters. I mean, heck, Ike's inclusion in Brawl is the whole reason I even tried this game in the first place. And I had some early struggles, like I imagine most other people do when they first play these types of games. But over time, I came to really love and appreciate it. Like, the story for this one is, you know, pretty straightforward. They do leave some things kind of, you know, open-ended and mysterious, but that's mainly because they were very obviously planning for a sequel, which they did make. I mentioned before, Radiant Dawn on the Wii. And you may remember from a long time ago, I did play that on the for YouTube, but it wasn't in this format. And looking back on it, back on that playthrough now, I kind of want to redo it. But if I do, it won't be until like sometime after Trauma Team. It'll be a long while out. Like, even just working up the motivation to play this game, just sort of, you know, it was all a matter of time and circumstance. Just to really sit down and, you know, to really sit down and get the game out. But I had a lot of fun, and I still like my very first playthrough of this game, even just on a casual level, was all the way back in 2008. Like, I was just entering high school around that time, to give you a rough idea. And it's just been a lot of years of, you know, learning new things with it, you know, just going back into the game with new mindsets and ideas and everything, and what makes me the gamer I am today. Yeah, and all that noise. By the way, on the topic of, I mentioned in the last episode Rex Flame and Rex Caliber, there is one other S-rank weapon that I failed to bring up, and that was the S-rank axe called Irvin, and that's the one that Grail uses during the few times you actually do see him out in the field. And it's just like the Fire and Wind magic. You can't use it or even access it without cheat codes. It's just one of those weird things. This game does have a lot of unused content, and that's just a small snippet of it. Other things include, I remember, well, not just extra characters. Like, for example, if you dig really deep into the game's code, you can find data for Zelgius, Sigrun, Nia Lucci, and we actually did see Leanne in chapter 20, sorry, not 20, but chapter 17, very briefly. And I think at one point she was actually planned to be recruitable, but they decided to scrap the idea. And speaking of cut ideas, very early in development, they considered having the story change as you as you move along, and depending on how you played the game, depending on whose advice you followed, whether it be Titania, who's, you know, firm but fair, or Soren, who just cares about the best possible results. Depending on who you listen to, they would have, you know, some little things change here and there. They didn't go through with that idea, obviously, but there are still some things, some remnants of that are still present in the game. Like with, you know, you know, some pieces of dialogue would change depending on character survivability, or like with the support conversations, if you know, same thing there. Either if some characters didn't, like if they died earlier, or even depending on how far you are in the story. Like for some of Mist conversations, for example, if you were to play some of them, you know, early or later, there would be just like little little other bits here and there that'd be like, to fit in line with, doing laundry for the mercenary company, or washing for the army. Just like little touches. Yeah. But yeah, this is a game that I attempted recording videos for long ago. And if you're one of those people who are especially eagle-eyed, you may have actually seen a few of them appear on the channel very briefly. But I ended up deleting them just because I wasn't really happy with the way they turned out, and I ended up scrapping the whole thing entirely. This was my chance to sort of, get back into that mindset and try to, and just like, this was meant to be pretty laid back. Like I wanted to, remind myself why I enjoyed the game as much as I do, and hopefully get that out to you, the viewers. And I don't know. I feel like I could have some bits. I think I could have done a little bit better. Like I could have taken better notes for one, and then. But other than that, I think it turned out fine. The final result is something that I am definitely okay with. And as for my actual performance in game, this was about average. Yeah. Like I had 7, technically 8 deaths that I reset on. And this is about a 30-hour game. My final time was recorded at 33 hours and 30 minutes, and that included breaks, by the way. So if you take those out, it's pretty close to what my average usually is. But yeah, I was pretty satisfied with this. So, for all intents and purposes, this is going to be, well, I mean, the credits are over. This is more or less the quote, final episode of the playthrough, but there is one more video I'm going to put up as a bonus, and that'll include some of the other extra little things that I didn't go over, including my unit and time records. So that'll be coming up pretty soon, hopefully. See you then.